Stuart Young chosen to succeed Prime Minister Rowley. Cujo Lewis and Webster Roy to face the polls a third time. Dr. Dalman Baker appointed as TRHA CEO and Education Division says all schools reopened on day one of the new school term. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Monday, 6th January 2025. To our top story this evening, Minister Stuart Young has been selected to succeed Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, who plans to resign in the coming months. The announcement was made this afternoon at a villa in Plantations Estate following the conclusion of a two-day cabinet retreat. Dr. Rowley stated that a few matters still require his attention before he officially hands over the reins to Minister Young. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Days of extensive deliberation, Minister Stuart Young was selected as the successor to Dr. Keith Rowley, who is preparing to step down as Prime Minister.
So we, as a caucus of the PNM in the House, we discussed at length, and we, in the end, came up with a situation where the entire PNM caucus is in support of Member of Parliament Stuart Young, Member of Parliament for Port of Spain.
In accordance with Section 76 of the Constitution, the recommendation for Minister Stuart Young's appointment will be submitted to the President.
In this case, the President would be guided by the expectation of the caucus, and there would be no discrepancy between what the President thinks as against what others may think as to who has the support of the majority in the House.
So when will that time be? Well, Dr. Rowley said attendance at the CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in Barbados would be one of his last tasks.
That is on the 19th of February. And sometime after that, I would indicate the actual date when I leave. But I'm busy on some matters that I'm wrapping up. I don't want to just walk away and leave things that I could do easily for somebody else to do with more difficulty.
Minister Stuart Young was one of two candidates considered to succeed Dr. Rowley, with the other being Minister Penelope Beckles-Robinson. However, Young secured a majority of the support, a decision that Dr. Rowley has expressed satisfaction with.
The way he would have seen the government close up and would have participated in the government. I have seen him at work on many very detailed and technical assignments, and he has not only done the job but has distinguished himself.
Dr. Rowley will also step down as political leader of the PNM, though he noted that this transition will be addressed by the party later in the year. In the meantime, Dr. Rowley stated that he has no regrets about his time in office.
I have not been always successful with everything I have embarked upon, but I think by and large, I would like to believe that I was able to contribute not only to my life, so that my children could have a country in which they can be proud and can have an opportunity to be good citizens.
In retirement, Dr. Rowley shared with the media that he looks forward to sleeping through the night, enjoying a schedule-free life, spending quality time with his family, and indulging in a bit of golf. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Well, as the saying goes, a third time's a charm. Ayana Webster Roy and Shamfa Cujo Lewis are aiming to continue representing the Tobago East and West constituencies respectively for a third term. Both secured the approval of the PNM's screening committee on Saturday at the Calder Hall Community Center. Candice Jackson tells us more.
Confident and elated to be selected for a third term, incumbents Ayana Webster Roy and Shamfa Cujo Lewis were all smiles as they entered and exited the PNM screening committee for the Tobago East and West seats.
I know over the last almost 10 years I would have done the work within the constituency as well as the ministry. I've remained grounded, meeting the people of Tobago East where they are, trying to fulfill their needs, and most importantly serving with integrity, with dignity and with pride.
Both women were nominated unopposed. Prime Minister and PNM political leader Dr. Keith Rowley described this as a testament to their performance as MPs over the past decade.
I feel humbled by having the opportunity to present myself to the screening committee once again and to be considered as a standard bearer for the People's National Movement.
Dr. Rowley expressed pride in having overseen their initial selection and guiding their growth in public service over the years.
These two candidates have been with us since 2015 as very young people. They have developed a fair amount of experiences. They both had cabinet positions and they have done very well. I must tell you, as head of the cabinet, that I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with the performance of these two ministers.
Dr. Rowley expressed satisfaction in knowing he could step away from public service, confident that both Webster Roy and Cajole Lewis are well equipped to continue in leadership roles. Meanwhile, both candidates credited Dr. Rowley for playing a key role in their political developments.
So, Dr. Rowley, I sincerely thank you for taking a leap of faith in embracing a young girl from Roxbury, Tobago, and giving her the opportunity to serve at the national level.
I was only 28 years old when Dr. Rowley called me to serve as an opposition senator in the parliament. It was my first time doing anything like that, and he placed his trust in me. And here I am 14 years after.
Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Opinions are mixed about his planned resignation, but Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley remains confident that he's making the best decision for the country and the PNM. Last Friday, Dr. Rowley announced his intention not to seek re-election and to step down as Prime Minister before the next general election. While the announcement surprised some, Dr. Rowley views it as honoring his commitment to the nation. Here's more.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has expressed comfort with his decision to step down from public office in the coming months.
Well, many people were surprised because they had not ever been taking very seriously what I've been saying all along. I made it quite clear in 2020 that I will not be there on election night as leader to be dealing with the election results. That was quite clear.
Despite differing opinions on the timing and its potential impact on the PNM's prospects for the 2025 general elections, Dr. Rowley remains confident that his decision is a positive step for both the party and the country.
It is being said more and more now that what is happening now has not happened before. And that is good, because it didn't happen before doesn't mean that it's not something that should or could happen. So we are all into a new situation. It's new for me. I've never done this before.
Reflecting on his time in office, the Prime Minister highlighted advancements in youth programs as some of his most significant achievements. Additionally,
and the COVID experience for me, I think, would have been the highlight of my career, because I wasn't only functioning for Trinidad and Tobago. I was chairman of CARICOM, as you all may remember. And I had the responsibility of leading CARICOM in that very difficult period. And I think we came out of it, with some significant credit.
Also at the top of his list of greatest accomplishments are the changes his government made to the energy industry. While these decisions have attracted considerable criticism, Dr. Rowley remains undeterred, believing that striking the Dragon gas deal with Venezuela presents the greatest benefit for the nation.
Putting Trinidad and Tobago in a position to have Point Lisas become the gateway into the world market for Venezuelan gas, and bringing our own cross-border gas at Manatee, Coquina, Manikin, and so to Point Lisas. If I have done nothing else, if we get that done, as we are getting it done, that to me was the highlight of my political career.
Dr. Rowley also reassured the nation, stating that there are many young and capable politicians ready to lead the country forward as he steps back from public office. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
Join us this Thursday, January 9th, at 5 p.m. for a special Year in Review program. We'll recap the significant strides made by the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries, and Urban Development. Hear directly from Assemblyman Trevor James and Assemblyman Terrence Baines as they discuss the successes, challenges, and future plans for Tobago's infrastructure. Don't miss this opportunity to learn more about the transformation of Tobago's landscape. Tune in live on Tobago Updates Television.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Spring. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With Amplia TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with Amplia's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 GB fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With Amplia, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. Amplia. Do more, live more.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Welcome back. Dr. Delman Baker has been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of the Tobago Regional Health Authority, effective January 3rd, 2025. According to a media release issued by the TRHA, Dr. Baker, who is Tobagonian and a seasoned healthcare professional, emphasized his commitment to harnessing the organization's human resources to deliver quality healthcare to residents. With over 12 years of service at the TRHA, Dr. Baker brings extensive experience, including a Bachelor of Science in Medicine and Surgery, dual MBAs specializing in healthcare management and leadership. His career includes roles as House Officer, District Medical Officer, and most recently, Acting Hospital Administrator at the Roxborough Hospital. Dr. Baker also served as a Member of Parliament and Minister from 2010 to 2015 before returning to the TRHA in 2017. From May 2023 to January 2025, the TRHA had acting CEOs. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced on Friday, January 3rd, that he will not seek re-election in the 2025 general elections, ending his 45-year political career. The announcement sparked widespread reactions across the country, with many expressing gratitude for his decades of service. PNM Senator and leader of the PNM Tobago Council, Ansel Dennis, praised Dr. Rowley's leadership as a source of inspiration, reflecting sentiments shared by party officials and supporters nationwide. Reporter Joshua Dan has the story.
Senator Ansel Dennis acknowledged the mixed emotions within the PNM following the Prime Minister's recent announcement to resign ahead of this year's general election.
Well, it's a bit sad for most of us in the PNM because Dr. Rowley has been along for a long time. 45 years is a long time devoting yourself to public life and public service, which as we know is not an easy place to be.
Dennis described the Prime Minister as a man of exceptional wisdom, commending his steadfast leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic, one of the most challenging periods in the country's history.
And I saw where his experience and his wisdom as a Tobago man who went to Bishop's High School and who had, that Tobago upbringing, his wisdom was brought to bear during that pandemic, where Trinidad and Tobago was one of those countries that managed the situation in an exemplary manner.
Dennis said as political leader of the Tobago Council, he is fully prepared for the general elections, citing the strong support of experienced individuals who are ready to offer their guidance and expertise.
Well, I am quite confident. I'm confident in my ability and my judgment and the little experience that I have as a leader. I mean, I'm still young in politics, but I have the support. What's up? You good? But I have the support and the advice of very experienced and respectable persons who still make themselves available to me and the People's National Movement.
Joshua Dana, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Trinidad and Tobago has been under a state of emergency since its declaration on December 30th, 2024. In the Tobago division, the heightened presence of law enforcement officers has led to some progress in recent days, according to Acting Assistant Superintendent of Police Dirk John, who shared valuable insights during a discussion on the Tobago Updates morning show, highlighting some of the positive outcomes of policing efforts in Tobago.
Acting Assistant Superintendent of Police for the Tobago Division, Dirk John, highlighted the progress made with public support and cooperation in police operations. He encouraged the public to continue supporting the police, emphasizing that voicing concerns helps the police tackle the criminal elements affecting society.
We've been getting a lot more calls coming in. We've been pulling some guns off the street, and we've been locating some additional drug blocks. So I would encourage members of the public to continue along that lane by speaking to us.
He acknowledged that under the current state of emergency, the public may experience minor inconveniences due to the increased police presence, including roadblocks and stop and search operations. However, he assured the public that the police are not targeting law-abiding citizens, but are focused on specific criminal elements. The goal, he explained, is to enhance safety and security for everyone.
The inconvenience would be that if we are applying a police operation such as a roadblock, it's going to take some time. Just bear with us, please, because we know who we're looking for. We know what we want to retrieve.
Public concerns have arisen about potential police abuse of power under the SOE, particularly regarding arrest without evidence and warrantless searches. However, John reassured the public that all police operations are based on intelligence aimed at public safety.
Our information drives us. Sometimes the information is not good, but we have to check it out still. All right? Now, when you look at the action of entering into a property based on the SOE, we are specifically looking for persons who have or are considered to be priority offenders, persons who are in possession of firearms, ammunition, quantum of drugs.
Recent trends have shown a rise in popularity of gel blasters, particularly among young people. While these toys have become a widespread craze, they have raised concerns among police officers due to their striking resemblance to real firearms. John stressed that these toys should not be used in public spaces.
I would suggest, now it's a lot of young men with this craze of pulling a trigger. Stay in your house and play with a gel gun. Do not exit your house. Do not be on the street at any point in time, especially during such a time like this.
Joshua Dan, Tobago Updates, Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Ho ho! Delta Distributors Christmas special is here. Choose from our special meat packages at unbelievable prices. Ho ho! Perfect for your holiday feasts. Hurry! Limited stocks. Order now. 11 pounds chicken, 5 pounds pork, 5 pounds turkey, 1 picnic ham, 1 liter pear jacks, only $500. Ho ho! Order now at deltecdistributors.com. Call or WhatsApp 359-5040 or 237-0102. Only $20 delivery or come into our main road Argyle store. Ha ha!
Welcome back. All 57 schools under the Education Division's purview reopened today, marking the start of Term 2 for the 2024 to 2025 academic year. This includes 9 secondary schools, 34 primary schools, 2 special schools, and 12 ECCE centers. In addition, Bishop's High School and Signal Hill Secondary will serve as examination centers over the next few weeks, leading to a rotation of students on exam days. In a message to students, parents and educators, Secretary of Education Zorisha Hackett welcomed the new term, urging students to embrace education with determination. She also praised the teachers for their role in shaping young minds and stressed the importance of parental support. As the term unfolds, Hackett encouraged a collaborative effort to ensure success and a productive, inspiring term for all. Well, even as the new school term began for many students across Trinidad and Tobago, for 15-year-old Barris Joseph, this was a missed opportunity. He was a student of Signal Hill Secondary School, Form 4A5, and was tragically gunned down over the weekend. On Friday night, residents reported hearing gunshots, only to later discover the lifeless body of Barris, who had sustained gunshot wounds. He was found on Mount Hay area between Patience Hill and Black Rock. Authorities shared that he was wanted in connection with gun-related incidents. The Signal Hill Secondary School Facebook page issued condolences, stating, quote, "We regret to announce the passing of our very own Barris Joseph of Form 4A5. May his family be granted courage, strength, and peace during this difficult time." End quote. Well, a weather report is next. Stay with us.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Unwrap the magic of Christmas and have the best Christmas ever with a Christmas Wishes loan from Bethel Credit Union.
Up to $20,000 can be yours, so you can take care of all those Christmas expenses. You could even pay off all your debts and your credit card.
Come on down to where we make wishes come through, because we see you
at BCU.
Visit any of our offices today at 31 Bethlehem Road, Bethel, Tobago, or Mount Mary Lower, Scarborough, Tobago.
You can contact us at 639-8226-660-7358 or 631-1336.
Normal lending criteria apply. Think, plan, save with Bethel Credit Union. Because we see you at BCU. We see you at BCU. Come on down, get a loan or two, cause we see you this Christmas at BCU.
Join us this Thursday, January 9th at 5 p.m. for a special year in review program. We'll recap the significant strides made by the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries, and Urban Development. Hear directly from Assemblyman Trevor James and Assemblyman Terrence Baines as they discuss the successes, challenges, and future plans for Tobago's infrastructure. Don't miss this opportunity to learn more about the transformation of Tobago's landscape. Tune in live on Tobago Updates Television.
Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met office. For tonight, you can expect generally fair weather despite the odd overnight shower. Tonight's temperature drops to 24 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, mainly hot, sunny, and at times breezy. Despite the low chance of 1 or 2 isolated showers, a mostly fair night is expected. Hazardous sea levels is in effect at yellow. Daytime temperatures are set to reach 31 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 34 degrees Celsius. Seas remain moderate with waves 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and near 1 meter in sheltered areas. Seas may occasionally become choppy. Sunrise is at 6:24 and sunset at 5:54. And that's how we end things this evening. Here's a recap of our headlines. Stuart Young chosen to succeed Prime Minister Rowley. Cujo Lewis and Webster Roy to face the polls a third time. Dr. Delman Baker appointed as TRHA CEO, and Education Division says all schools reopened on day 1 of the new school term. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.